Hello and welcome to this tour of Digital Leeds. My name is Matt Allen. I'm one of the two artists that run Closed Forum who have been commissioned by Leeds 2023 to create a Digital Leeds. Here's a little bit of background.
Commissioned by Leeds 2023, Closed Forum will be presenting a digital world built on the platform GatherTown at Leeds Digital Festival 2021. To do this, we started with the map of Leeds. We split it into 3 areas, thinking it could be 3 maps. Then we looked at this area in the middle, this imaginary space between. This is a Digital Leeds. We built it out into a floating island. We knew it was going to be hosted in GatherTown, but we didn't want it to just look identical to other spaces within GatherTown. We bought some 2D video game assets, edited some, made some of our own, then we hand-placed a few thousand objects on Photoshop and built out different locations on our digital space. We built a theatre, a cinema, a stage, a cafe, an art gallery, and some art studios, and lots more. And here it is. This is a Digital Leeds.
A Digital Leeds uses Spatial Chat, so just like in real life, if you walk up to someone, you can hear them talk, and when you walk away, you can't hear them talk. So to walk around, you use your arrow keys, up, down, left, right. So if I walk over to Adam... Hi Adam.
Hi Matt, how's it going?
So if I walk away from Adam, as you can see, his camera fades away and I can no longer hear what he's saying. And as I walk towards him, hello Adam.
Hi.
So it connects back to his camera and microphone, and that would work with anyone that's in the same area as you. So you could have loads of people and walk up and join different conversations, which is great for events and conferences and virtual offices, because it means you can be working on whatever you want or doing whatever you want in this space, and then just walk over to someone when you want to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
So a few other things you might want to know. You might want to mute your microphone. So if you see the picture of myself down here, you just press the little microphone symbol and no one will be able to hear me. And if you don't want people to be able to see your video, you're welcome to turn it off too, so you just press the little video camera. And if you need to change any of your settings, you just click this one, user video preferences, and you can change which webcam it is, which microphone if it's not set up properly. And if you don't want to use voice chat, or you wanted to talk to someone in an event where maybe you can't talk because someone's presenting, then there's also a chat function at the side. Just press this little chat bubble here, and you can either talk to anyone nearby or everyone. Or if there's anyone else, you can select their name if there's someone else in the world. Right now it's just me in the world, so that's why you can't see anyone else's names. But if I'm over here, or I can't find Adam, and I want to have a conversation with him, I can just spotlight him. So if I click on his name and click spotlight or unspotlight to stop listening to him. And if you don't have this menu up, it's just this button here where it says participants. Click on Adam, click on spotlight. Hi Adam.
Hi Matt.
So now we're connected as I've spotlighted him. So if I want to find Adam, if I don't know where he is, I can click on him and click locate on map, and it'll draw a straight line right to him. So wherever I am on the map, I'll still be able to find him and walk to him.
Just to add a little thing to the spotlight, you need to make sure that each person spotlights each other as well. So if you want to set, when Matt spotlighted me, I had to make sure I also spotlighted him. But you can tell if someone is spotlighting you because there is a message that pops up at the bottom of your screen that says you are being spotlighted by so-and-so.
Oh, so see there, moderator has spotlighted you. So Adam's a moderator, that's what it says that. And if I spotlight him...
The same thing pops up for me.
Hi Adam.
Oh yeah.
So we've shown how to spotlight people, and also locate them. But if I don't want to walk around, I want to just find Adam straight away. I just need to hit follow and it takes me right to him.
Yeah.
So now I don't need to press anything, I'm just following Adam around. And as soon as I want to go my own way, I just walk off. Apart from moving, there's only a few things you need to know on GatherTown. X interacts with different objects. It's just the X key on your keyboard. And G turns you into a ghost. So if I wanted to walk through Adam and he's in the way, as I'm walking you can see it says there at the bottom, hold G to walk through. So if I press G, ooh, I'm a ghost, and I walk straight through him. The only other key you'll need to know, and you don't really need to know this one, but it's quite nice, is if you hold down Z, you'll do a little dance. Let's just talk through the menus at the bottom. So if I click on change character, my name is kind of, think of that as like a name tag on or a badge that you'd have at a conference or an event. So maybe I want it to say the name of my company so people know who I am, or maybe I just want my name or my pronouns. You can change your avatar, you can change your clothing, and as I hit save you can see where it updates and it now says Matt Allen Clothes Forum. This button here changes your settings, so if you've signed in it'll give you your account settings, and if you haven't it'll still let you update your video preferences and turn on and off quiet mode. A really good feature if you get lost is reset position. So by doing that you just click here where it says online and your name and you hit reset position and it'll start you right back where you started. So if I ever got really lost, I know I can just come back here at any time. This button here is a mini map that shows you where we are. So here we are in the tutorial area, and you can see us stood next to the train station, and then this leads on to other areas. There's a screen share button, so if I wanted to screen share to Adam or anyone around me, I could just share my screen. It doesn't share sound, but it'll share anything that's on your screen. And then emotes, if I wanted to clap, heart, etc., thumbs up, it's just click with your mouse. Okay, so Adam, if you want to follow me, I'll give you a quick tour. So here is in the tutorial area, we've just put some of the basic instructions again. So if you need any of these instructions that we're giving you now repeating, they're really easy to find and all the information you need. Interactive objects will glow yellow when you walk up to them, so you'll know that they're interactive, and it'll also say press X to interact at the bottom. If it's an image, it'll also show you a preview. So as you can see here on this signpost, it's a map. We've made a map of the full area on signposts around, as you're only seeing your mini map of the room you're in. And here you can see all the different rooms that we've created. So here is the tutorial area where we are now. Here is the forest stage. We've built a theatre, artist camp, and a whole artist town. And I know it looks a bit massive and overwhelming, but don't worry, it's pretty easy to find your way around. Here's a stage, and this is for the staff or anyone that's running any events in here to make announcements. And the way that this works is when you walk onto this, you're now spotlighted. So rather than having to spotlight an individual person or get someone to spotlight you, we've made all the stages in the world into spotlight tiles. So if you walk on this, anyone in this room can hear what you're saying and can see your screen shares. As we've just walked into a different room, so here's a mini map of this area. So we've got forest stage, the breakout tents, information about Leeds 2023, and some more breakout tents. So let's look over at the forest stage. So again, if you walk onto this stage, anyone that's on this stage is now spotlighted to the whole room. Walk off and you're no longer spotlighted. Walk on and you can see at the bottom you are spotlighted again. And just a reminder, that means everyone can hear what you're saying, so you can, it's like just being on a real stage with a microphone. just next over stage, we've got a closed caption, which will be used for upcoming events. And the way that works, same with every other object, you just walk up to it, press X to open, and then you click this link and it will take you to the closed captioning. And if we go back to GatherTown and re-enter, we can also hear everything that's happening on the stage, and whenever we need the closed captions, click over to this tab. Here are the 3 Leeds 2023 tents. Let's just go in one of them. So there's interactive objects in each one. So if we just show one, click this link and it'll open up an external link so that you can favourite it, bookmark it, and then if you just go back to the tab of a Digital Leeds at the top and re-enter. The way we've built this is we want to make it really clear when you're walking into another space. So you see these pink lines here, that means we've created a door to another space. So if I walk through these pink lines, we're now in a whole other room. So if I click on my minimap, you can see now I'm just in a room that's just this space here. And if I walk out and click on my minimap here in this room, you can see I'm in this bigger space here. So these 2 pink lines are what doors look like. Here we have some more breakout tents. And as you can see, we're putting outside each tent a little sign to tell you what you'll find inside. Like this one has a Google Jamboard inside for collaboration. And if you go inside, we enter another room, there's a Google Jamboard. That we can use for collaboration. And here's some instructions on how to use it, just in case you've never used one before. So here's just another sign to show you where you are in the world. And these are dotted around as brown street signs that will show you exactly where you are. Let's go into the theatre, Adam.
Into the theatre.
So here, you'll, just like any theatre, you'll find a bar up front, and we've added some private conversation spaces. And usually whenever you see a table or chairs or a bench in the world, it's a private conversation space. So the way that this works is only people in this little space here that's lit up can hear me talk. So if Adam wasn't following or spotlighting me, then he wouldn't be able to hear what I'm saying. And as soon as he walked back into the square, he'd be able to hear what I'm saying. And if I'm bored of talking to Adam, I just want to walk down here and talk to someone else that's sat at this table, then we can have a private conversation. We've added artworks around the whole world. So a lot of them have little signs to tell you what they are, but you'll find them hidden in every location. So there's a mix of YouTube videos, music files, podcasts, digital artworks, poems, photography. The list just goes on and on and on.
Video game demos.
Yeah.
Huge list.
Yep. And a lot of artist websites. So we're really trying to highlight all the different, like the vast variety of artists that are working in Leeds at the moment. So like here, there's a lovely poem that we've had submitted. And if we walk over into the theatre area, again, we've got closed captions that work the same as before at the back and also up the front, so anyone can come and click on them and use them. And then if I take my seat, each one is a private space, so I can't hear anyone else talking next to me, and I'd be able to hear whoever's on the stage, because just like the other stages, this is a spotlight square. So if I'm talking on this stage, everyone in the theatre will be able to hear me, and you have to be inside the theatre to be able to hear me, just like at a real event you wouldn't be able to hear them from outside. So if you're wanting to attend an event that takes place in the theatre, all you have to do is just come into this building and you'll be able to hear the people talking on stage from anywhere inside this room. One other thing we've done to make navigation a little bit easier is we've set up shortcuts. So around the world, you'll see these little futuristic platforms surrounded by the pink lines to indicate that they're doors that give you shortcuts. So for example, this is a shortcut back to the forest stage, so you don't have to walk all the way back there. So So if you walk into this, and we're back here. Hi, Adam.
Great.
The little black signs are mini maps of the areas, so you can see everything labelled up. And if you see a Brown Street sign, then that is a full map of everywhere, so you can see where you are compared to everything else.
There's also 2 hidden Brown Street signs, which are actually works of art as well, so keep your eye out for those.
Here is the artist campsite. So a few different organisations in Leeds have been represented by these lovely tents. And we're hoping to keep growing this section out with more and more organisations to represent like the huge diverse amount of work that's in Leeds. So this is ours. Of course, I've got to show you ours. So that's a little digital Adam and Matt up there. So we're always there to host you. And then there's a link to our website in here, a demo for our most recent project, Anxiety Arcade, that's launching as part of Compass Festival in May, and some information about one of our other projects. And over time, we'll be populating this with more and more projects that we're working on. Let's just show one more. So the Grief series is an amazing project led by Leeds-based artist Ellie Harrison that has 7 different projects that have spanned over 10 years, and each of these interactive objects here will take you to information about one of the 7 stages of the Grief series. So I'll let you come in here and explore by yourself. There's also a podcast and a direct link to their website. So as you can see, we've already explored the theatre, the artist camp, the artist forest, the tutorial area. So now there's just the artist town to explore. So let's go up there. Also, we wanted to make something that's a platform that can grow and can keep expanding over the next few years. So if we walk here into these artist studios, anyone that's been to East Street Arts, Patrick Street Studios may recognise the layout that this is loosely inspired by. But we wanted to make something that is like explorable, fun, full with artworks, like you can see there's another one here, but also has room to grow. So like each of these is a private area for conversations, but also could be an artist studio, so it could host, each of these could host an individual artist's work. Click here, see where we are. So we've just been into the artist studio. There's shops, an art gallery, a cafe and a cinema. This is one of my favourite spaces. So we've made an art gallery. So there's like a big piece of art here, which is some music by an artist, Check the Robot, who we collaborated with last year. Up here there's some different artworks. You can see on the signs it tells you the artist's name, and then you just have to walk up and interact with them. So here again you can see the artist's name, and there's their artworks up here. Again, artist name on the board, artworks to interact with. And some of them will be YouTube videos that you can open up and play. Some of them will be links to external websites. There's a huge variety, so it's really worth having an explore. So if we walk over here, we're now at the cafe space, which has got one big private conversation area outside. And inside it has different smaller private areas and some artworks to discover. Like here's a lovely image that's been submitted by Clooney. So if I click on the eye there, it tells me what it is. And I can close it by pressing X again, or by pressing the little X up there. So if you ever open something and you can't close it, just click the little X with your mouse, or just click X on your keyboard. And again, there's more shortcuts. So if I wanted to go right back to a forest stage or to the artist camp, I could just walk into these little platforms here, and it would take me straight back to them. we kind of wanted a little bit to look like it was a work in progress, and we've added these construction sites around just to be a bit playful with the way that we could add more things over the next few years. There could be an extra building that could pop up here in a month, and rather than it just being empty space, we wanted to leave the map big enough to add more buildings on if we needed them, but then make it look like it's full of interesting things. So we've added a few construction areas that in the future extra buildings could be added to if we need more space. And the cinema is, in layout, it's quite similar to a theatre. So we have some artist work, which everything again opens up by pressing X, and you can see what you can interact with as it glows. And then in the cinema, we made this whole area one YouTube video, so we can change it out with different artist work and different videos at different times, so that you can all come in here and watch artists together. And this could be a YouTube live stream or just something that people can come watch in their own time. And then there's a little spotlight area here if you want to make an announcement to the whole of the cinema. Right now the furthest space away from here is the theatre, so if I walk into this it'll take me all the way to outside the theatre. And if you ever get a little bit lost, like I said earlier, all you have to do is click here and click reset your position, and here I am back at the start. And we've set up a load of shortcuts right next to the start to make things a lot easier. So there's 3 ways to navigate, really. You can navigate yourself by walking around. You can follow someone, which means I can find them no matter where they are. So if I... Adam, stop following me. Thanks. So now if I want to follow Adam, it shows me where it takes me straight to him. And if I want to see where he is, locate on map, and there's a line, and I can walk up myself. But if I didn't really want to walk around the space or follow anyone, and I just want to get straight to where I'm going, I want to go to an event at the forest stage, and I'm here, ready for the event. And if I reset my position, and I want to go to, look, it shows me here, Adam's at the forest stage. And if I want to go to the artist camp, here we are. Let's take a shortcut to the cinema. Reset my position, and I want to get to the theatre. Just walk down here, and I'm inside the theatre. Okay, I think that's a long enough tour. Hi, Adam. So there's plenty to explore and plenty of artworks to find, and there's also going to be different events hosted in this platform. So thanks for coming on this tour with me, Adam.
No worries.
And thanks for taking the time to build this world out with me.
Well, thank you very much as well.
Okay, bye.
Bye.